All right, doctors. Hey, this is the 2 o'clock presentation. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Dr. Tony, your founder and administrator of our personal injury elite community. And as always, by request, all throughout the community, it's how do we get accident leads? Are they legal? Can anybody do it for us? Can I do it in my office? So one of our sponsors who's been with us almost a couple years now, we bring on once a month to go over what she can provide in information, services, and things for your particular practice. But again, you have to make sure in your state that is legal, and she can help you with that on the legal end if you need her to do that. But today, Annie Brown is with us again. Annie is from California, but she started all this back in 2001 in the Twin Cities of the cold state of Minnesota. No wonder she's in Pasadena, California. Hey, she provided much personal injury leads to a doctor in Minnesota where this all started, and she specializes in the personal injury accident marketing program that you can possibly get through her services. She gets new car accident victims and directs them to your clinic with a great system and a marketing plan. She recognizes that no part of her success of her clients is dependent upon a strict adherence to the laws of your state. So she does do her due diligence to make sure everything is good and up and level for you before she even begins. So, Annie, always a pleasure talking with you, having you here every month. And again, this has been requested. We've had some questions on the community of who's doing what, how do you do them, and so it's always good to have you back to explain what you can do for them and how this process goes. Go ahead. Thanks.
Hi. Good. Thank you, Dr. Tony. Okay. Hello, everybody. I hope everyone's well and safe and even helping other people as much as you can during this time. So just a little bit of information about me. I'm from Minnesota, the Twin Cities area specifically, and I started doing PI marketing at a chiropractic office, Dr. Arlen Lieberman in Golden Valley, which is in the Twin Cities, 20 years ago. And really, I actually didn't start it that way. I'm trained in marketing. I'm trained in business administration. And so when I went to help him, his income would go up and down, up and down, up and down. And I just basically said, hey, how do you make your money as a chiropractor? And he said, work comp and PIs. And I had no clue what those were. So I said, what are they? And he explained what they were. And I just kind of started, and he didn't know much. He kind of pointed me in the direction of another chiropractic office in the south of the cities that was doing something with PI. So I called their marketing girl that was running the campaign and asked her what she was doing. And she said she was running a program, but it wasn't working. So I just said, why don't you send over what it is that you're doing? So she sent me her stuff over, and I looked at it, and for me it was very real that I would never respond to this mailing piece that she was sending out, first of all. So I started doing this program, which is basically driving around to all the police stations within a, let's say, 20-mile radius to the office and collecting the accident reports. I developed a new mailing piece to send out. I kept statistics meticulously, and so I sent the mailings out. Actually, why don't I give you really, really quick in case we get disconnected. Here's my cell phone. It's 818-653-0288, 818-653-0288. So you can text me to set up a time to talk to me. Anyway, so great. I was keeping track of statistics meticulously of the number of mailings I was sending out. I was also doing a follow-up phone call because back in the day we used to be able to legally do that in the Twin Cities. And so I would mail the guys that were in the accident, and I would follow up phone call with a luscious script, if I do say so myself. And we got tons of PIs in. I think our average, our low end was 12 PIs that came in and closed for care every month. So he had an MD-DC office, which was great, right? So our highest month was 24 that closed for care and started and this was in the month of May. You'd think it might have been in December or somewhere where there was a lot of snow. It was smack dab in the middle. And the guy I worked with at the offices thought it was the bikini theory. Right? Like people driving down the road and seeing people in bikinis. Anyways, I've digressed. So, so I ran this program, and as you can see, the statistics were really good, and it caught attention of other chiropractors that were like associate chiros but had an office at another location. So that is literally how my business started over 20 years ago. So I've been specializing in PI ever since then. It got so popular that other chiros would contact me from other states that had heard about me from their colleagues that were practicing in the Twin Cities or whatever. And that's how I've expanded. So my website, you can see, is www.prospectprovidersusa.com. So prospect is singular, providers is plural, usa.com. And that is not totally current. So it has some states listed on there that we've done research on and some we haven't. So I don't have all my data current on there yet. I need to get that up. But here's what happens. When a chiro calls me from an area and says I'm interested in getting in car accident victims, I basically start with the legal check first. And there's two basic legal checks we're looking for. I have an attorney that I work with. So, and I require you to do this search with me if we haven't already done this. So the first step is this. Are names and addresses of people that have been in car accidents in your state considered public record, yes or no? If they're not public record, we're kind of stopped right there because my program works based on the idea that they're public record. I can point you in another direction. I work with another company that specializes in helping to grab PIs online, and that's a whole different story. So, but we'll just stick with my program as it goes. So, wait, are names and addresses of people who have been in car accidents considered public record, yes or no? Oh, great. Let's pretend that it's yes, they're public record in your state. The next area of legal check that my attorney is going to go over is what, if any, marketing or solicitation rules are there concerning marketing or soliciting to said car accident victims by both the state and your board. So we want to know what all of that is regarding marketing and soliciting. So once we cross that bridge, and let's pretend we all have green lights, and there's no real severe marketing rules stopping us from, getting the data or marketing, the next step is I will do research and establishment for you. And what that is we'll contact all the police stations, sheriff's departments, highway patrol offices within about a 20, 25-mile radius of your office, and basically handle them with the legal statutes as well as our magic communication that we use on how to, on getting set up to start providing the accident reports on a weekly, ongoing basis. It can be a little bit of a problem to do this at times, simply because it's a lot of back and forth between the records/legal departments at the station. So this is about anywhere between a 3 to 5 week process. And when I have other offices that have also called and paid for that service, it can extend out a little longer, just because I've now got a queue kind of waiting there of other people's work being done before yours. So it's a good time to do these types of legal checks and the research and establishment now, just because I think people have used this coronavirus time as a let's get organized with my business and see how I can expand. And this is the right action to do in the efforts of then expanding later, which is then collecting the accident reports and starting to market to these car accident victims. If you happen to be in the lucky state of being able to mail and call, it's a great program in terms of being able to drive these guys into your office. If you can only do mailings, that's still fine. My guys in the Twin Cities were merrily rolling along for 8 years with mailings and phone calls to these car accident victims. And then the governor passed a bill in 2008 that stopped the ability to phone call car accident victims, so we can only mail them now, which is fine. We're still rolling in with PIs. I think my guys are roughly about 3 to 5 PIs a month they close to start care as a PI, and that's just from the mailings. So I work with offices the entire way, even through consulting them on how to run this program in their office internally. I found over the years that just supplying a list alone doesn't necessarily guarantee that magically PIs are going to roll into your office. There's a whole internal, how do you run your business and marketing program after you get this magic little list, right? So, you know, from mailings out and who's giving the phone calls, there's a whole thing I've got on this. Anyways, so what else do I need to go over? I've written an ebook program. It's about a 64-page program. It's really my write-up of what to do on this that you can get, but I don't suggest you getting that until we've done basically the rudimentary legal research, because why put your money into this if you can't do it in the first place? So, again, I'll just give you my cell. The best thing to do is I always get inundated after these teleconferences, and so you're going to want to text me and, you know, find out if I'm available. Here's my number again. It's my cell, 818-653-0288. And what I'm going to want you to send me when you text me this is your name, your office address or addresses if you have more than one clinic, and your email address. I suppose a good time to talk too. And I think that might be it that I need to go over. That's kind of the nuts and bolts of my business and how I've operated. Yeah, Dr. Tony, am I missing anything? Do you have any questions I should field?
No, that was a awesome layout. You're right on the on point, doctors. I know the best thing to do is to contact Annie through her cell phone. She's given out 818-653-0288. Definitely, we'll have that posted if not already. That's Pacific Standard Time, so make sure you know that's her time zone. It's 2 hours. You know, we're at Central, so it's 2 hours. She's younger than us by 2 hours, so so. But text her first. She gets right to the point. She is straight out and will tell you yes or no. If you want her to do more, she'll provide the services for you. But I don't think there's many services around that can actually provide you with straight-in information like that. But of course, every state is different, and you have to make sure that you're able to do that, as she mentioned. And she can help you out on that, or you can do your due diligence, find out yourself what your board thinks about that, or your state, how to help her out on her end, and probably save you a little bit. But she has been the best. She's helped probably many of our PI doctors elites since she's been on board with us, and we'll just have her back in about 3 or 4 weeks again. With all the new members coming in. So do you have any more to add? I guess your first inception would be, you know, you just have to find out what state you're in. Like she said, that's why she wants you to text where you're from, your name and address, and maybe what state you're from, so she can get you a general idea before everybody wastes a bunch of time. But it's never it's never a waste of time to talk with her. You can talk to her about the Rose Bowl parade. That probably won't happen this year. I don't know. So, thrown in there. All right. So, Annie, if you don't have any more to add, we will get them back to the front lines of healthcare here. All right. Again, we'll get everything posted, doctors, for your interest to make sure you can contact her. That's your best bet, and start from there. So, all right. Again, I want to thank everybody for actually being on the front lines. Your staff, your people. Keep them positive. Keep them, advised in health situations as we go along with this ride with this virus, and hopefully, as things let go and things open up, things will get much better for many people. So. With that, thanks again, Annie. Thanks again for your time, and enjoy the sunshine out there. It is Actually, not too bad out here in St. Louis. Your daughter in KC might let you know. But it doesn't even feel like Memorial Day weekend. It feels like everybody's been on vacation for 10 months now with this stuff.
Yeah.
But it is Memorial Day weekend, so enjoy the weekend and let's make it happen out there. So with that, we'll get you back to your staffs and patients. This is Dr. Tony, your administrator. Hey, the founder of the Doctors Elite. Thanks always for sharing on that community. And this session has now ended. All right, take care. Bye, Annie.
Bye-bye.